955 Roman Emperor Constantius II proclaims his cousin Julian as Caesar, and heir apparent. In 1153 Treaty of Wallingford Oxford are signed, between King Stephen and the Empress Maude Agar Matilda. In 1282 Battle of Menai Straits Mole Wydon, forces of Edward I defeated, as they tried to cross a pontoon bridge during the Reconquer of Wales. Coronation of Henry VI 1429 Boy King Henry VI, aged 7, is crowned King of England at Westminster Abbey. Printing press lawsuit, 1455 lawsuit, between Johann Gutenberg and Johann Fust concerning the printing press, is decided in favour of Fust, with the Gutenberg's printing press turned over to him. In 1528 Shipwrecked Spanish conquistador Alvar N. Escada de Vaquer becomes the first known European to set foot in Texas. In 1534 Zealand hit by heavy storm. In 1572 supernova is observed in constellation known as Cassiopeia. In 1657 Brandenburg and Poland signed the Treaty of Bromberg. First U.S. Catholic Bishop 1789 Pope Pius VI appoints Father John Carroll as the first Catholic bishop in the United States. In 1792 Battle of Jemappes, French army beats Holy Roman Empire. In 1813 Congress of Chilpancingo declares Mexico independent from Spain. In 1844 Spain grants Dominican Republic independence. 1850 First Hawaiian fire engine. In 1850 Yerba Buena Angel Islands, San Francisco Bay reserved for military use. Lincoln elected President 1860 Republican Abraham Lincoln of Illinois is elected the 16th President of the United States of America. Davis elected Confederate President 1861 Jefferson Davis is elected to a 6-year term as President of the Confederate States of America. In 1862 New York San Francisco Direct Telegraphic Link forms. In 1863 Battle of Rogersville, Tennessee, Confederates recapture Rogersville. In 1864 Battle of Droop Mountain, West Virginia Averell S. Raid. In 1865 CSS Shenandoah is the last Confederate combat unit to surrender in the American Civil War after circumnavigating the globe on a cruise. Sinks or captures 38 vessels. In 1865 Maastricht-Venlo Railway opens in Netherlands. In 1869 in the first US college football game, players use their hands, feet, heads, or sides to advance the ball, but they cannot run with it. Rutgers College beats New Jersey now Princeton 6-4. Pillars of Society 1878 Henrik Ibsen's play Samfundets Stotter Pillars of Society premieres in Oslo. In 1879 Canada celebrates its first Thanksgiving Day. In 1883 Nyack organizes first American cross-country championship race. In 1884 British Protectorate proclaimed over Southeast New Guinea. In 1884 Montreal Foot Ball Club CRFU defeats Toronto Argonauts Offrey 30-0 in first CRFU Championship game. In 1885 US Mint at Carson City, Nevada, directed to close. Harrison defeats Cleveland 1888 Benjamin Harrison Ascended is elected US President, defeated sitting President Grover Cleveland D. 233 electoral votes to 168. Cleveland receives slightly more votes. In 1900 Battle at Bothaville, Major General Charles Knox beats Boers. In 1903 USA recognizes independence of Panama. In 1905 Swedes start a tradition of eating Gustavus Adolphus pastries to commemorate the king. Or 1909. Hughes defeats Hearst. 1906 Charles Evans Hughes is elected governor of New York, beating newspaper publisher William Randolph Hearst. In 1906 Chinese government ministries are reorganized as part of the movement towards constitutional government, but in fact the Manchu princes retain control, and there is little gain for the Chinese people. In 1908 Leonid Andreyev's Dui Nashey Zhizni premieres in St Petersburg. In 1910 STAP NVV initiate campaign for general male-female suffrage. In 1911 Francisco Madero inaugurated President of Mexico. Gandhi arrested. 1913 Mahatma Gandhi is arrested for leading an Indian miners' march in South Africa. In 1914 the British land troops mostly from the Indian Army at the head of the Persian Gulf in Mesopotamia, and will begin to move westward in an attempt to draw Turkish troops from other fronts. 1915 First military flight in Dutch East Indies Tanjong Priok. In 1915 Sophocles Skouloudis forms Greek government. In 1917 Bolshevik Revolution begins with the bombardment of the Winter Palace in Petrograd during the Russian October Revolution OS Opt. 24. In 1917 New York State adopts a constitutional amendment giving women the right to vote in state elections. In 1918 Republic of Poland proclaimed. In 1918 Supreme Commander of the Army General Cutters resigns. In 1918 WWI, on the Western Front, Germany is now retreating as French and American troops cross the Meuse and move to take Sedan. 1919 First Dutch radio program, Soirée musicale with turf in New Ransel is broadcast. In 1923 USSR adopts experimental calendar with 5-day weeks. 1928-59 of Cleveland voters authorize building a stadium with city bonds in the amount of US $2.5 million. In 1928 Colonel Jacob Skick patents a shaving implement that he later incorporates into the first electric razor. 1. Hoover elected president. 1928 Republican candidate Herbert Hoover is elected president of the United States, defeating Democrat candidate Al Smith. In 1929 Providence Steamroller become first NFL team to host a game at night under floodlights, lose 16-0 against the Chicago Cardinals at the Cyclodrome, Providence, Rye. In 1932 German election KPD defeats NSDAP. In 1934 NFL Philadelphia Eagles beat Cincinnati Reds 64-0. 1935 First test flight of Hawker Hurricane fighter aircraft. In 1936 ACV displays TV for press. In 1938 the three DiMaggio brothers, Joe, Vince, and Dom, play together for the first time in a charity all-star game in California. In 1939 WGY-TV Schenectady, NY, first commercial TV station, begins service. In 1939 World War Roman II, Sonderaktion Krakow starts an operation against academics, with 184 professors arrested in Krakow and deported. In 1939 WRGB TV Channel 6 in Schenectady Valbetroy, NY CBS first broadcast. In 1941,